Proverbs 18:22, whosoever findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favor of the Lord. Proverbs 11:16, a gracious woman retaineth honor, and strong men retaineth riches. And talking about that, young ladies, if you want respect of the opposite sex, demand respect, and you'll get it. But if you're just out there cussing and doing whatever, you're not going to get a lot of respect. Nobody likes a potty mouth, whether it's on a man or a woman.
Amen.
Amen.
Proverbs 21:19 says, it is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. Or man, I mean. But that's true,
It didn't say man.
I know one time my brother, twin brother, he's working at the power service shop in my shoals, and it come big snow and everything, and they were just grounded, for like a week, a few days, and he had two, I guess, 10, 11, 12-year-old boys at home, and his wife. And he said, he got cabin fever bad. He said, after a while, he said, you can't take it with just so much, And he said, I wanted to just run out in the woods and just stand by myself and just be peaceful and quiet, not hear nothing, Of course, I'm sure his wife did too. But a contentious man or woman is not a good thing. And I'm sure there's always warning signs of it beforehand. Proverbs 12:22, as a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is the fair woman which is without discretion. That's true. I guess this is just some of my thoughts here. I guess I've just written down little sticky notes everywhere on different things. And here's something, I guess, for grandpas. Children's children are the crown of old men, and the glory of children of their fathers. I'm proud of my grandkids and kids. Okay, the glory of young men's, the glory of young men is their strength, and the beauty of old men is their bald head, gray head. We got that wrong. Well, like I said, some of my thoughts I just wrote down, and just don't make enemies. The more enemies you have, the harder your life is. I mean, you don't have to make them a friend, but you don't have to make them an enemy either. Just separate yourself from that person if you can't get along, and who knows? Down the road somewhere that may become a friend. It happens more times than not. Don't burn bridges. You may want to come back. Done that myself. And sure enough, sometimes you want to come back, and it's hard to get back. Well, the younger people in here, the teens or younger or whoever, I guess the real young ones didn't want to hear me. Your life is, as you're young, it's kind of like learning how to drive. The habits that you develop while you're young or while you're driving stick with you pretty much the rest of your life. You have good driving habits, you're pretty well a good driver. You've been taught to drive defensively and respectfully, and no road rage or nothing. It's kind of what you learn is what you do in life. I've heard it said that time you're 20 years old, you're probably who you are. In some insurance company policies have accident forgiveness. If you have an accident, they won't hold it against you. But the best insurance policy with accident forgiveness.
Amen.
Amen.
God will forgive you, and all you have to do is ask. I guess he's the ultimate insurance policy. What better insurance could you have than the Lord on your side? Well, let's see, this is something I had wrote down. Brother Jimmy helps a lot of people out, and we all do. When you have the opportunity to help someone less fortunate than you, or just help somebody, we're supposed to do it because we're supposed to help take care of one another. We're all family, and we're all neighbors, whether we live next door to each other or not. But Brother Jimmy goes out of his way every week, I'm sure, to help people out. And more misfortunate, and I had read a passage in Proverbs, and I'd written his name down by it, and I wrote it down, and in less than 10 minutes he called me. And I said, well, you know, that's funny, I just wrote your name down, and I'm sure I told you about this. Proverbs 19:17 says, he that hath pity upon the poor lendeth it to the Lord, and that which he hath given will he be repaid again.
Amen.
So, you know, if you help somebody out, what goes around comes around.
Yep.
And you don't help people out for payback, you just do it out of your heart. God knows when it comes from your heart and when it's just going through the motions. You know, we can't fool God. He knows all. He created us. He knows every hair on our head. And I had written down on the back here, this is where, written that down. I have another one, Proverbs 21:13. Whoso stoppeth his ears at the cry of the poor, trying to make this out, I can't read my own writing. Whosoever stoppeth his ears at the cry of the poor, he also shall cry himself, but shall not be heard.
Amen.
Got written down here, Proverbs is full of instructions for everyone, and it talks about sluggard. You know, I wasn't going to do this, but I thought, well, God talked about it, I'm going to talk about it.
Amen.
You know, God wants us all to work, to make a living, you know, by the sweat of our brow. But we're all expected to do our part. I mean, if we don't work at our job, we're not going to work at loving God.
Amen.
So, Proverbs 13:4 says, the soul of the sluggard deviseth and hath nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. Proverbs 18:9. He also that is slothful in his work is brother to him that is a great waster. 19:15 says, slothfulness casteth into the deep sleep, and the idle soul shall suffer hunger. 24 says, the sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold, therefore shall be in harvest, shall he beg in harvest and have nothing. What time is it? I can't see. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You know, being a good person, everything I've mentioned in here is what we're supposed to do, you know. And being a good person will not get you to heaven. You know, being a person that, you know, has pity upon other people, has feelings for the less fortunate. You know, we're supposed to do that, but that won't get us to heaven. The only thing that's going to get us to heaven is what's in our heart and how we feel and serve God.
Amen.
Because God knows what's in our heart. We can come up in this church every day And if we don't have God in our heart, you know, at that last great day, we're not going to be happy camper. We have to do it ourselves. Words of Charlie Rose, you know, just do what you're supposed to do. If we done that, you know, we'd be doing good. But we don't always do what we're supposed to. I never did when I was a child or an adult. But now that's, you know, to serve God and have the love of God in your heart is a wonderful thing.
Amen.
And it's something that's not easy to do. You have to work at it every day. I sin every day, and I pray God for forgiveness every time I pray, multiple times a day, because I know I've sinned in between times. And it can be a simple sin, you know. I mean, it's but a sin is a sin. It doesn't matter if it's a murder or a white lie. A sin is a sin, and you ask God for forgiveness. You ask Him to be with you. You know, when you come up and you confess that you're a sinner before God, and you confess that you know that His Son shed His blood to cover your sins on the cross, you know, you can be saved. But that's the start. That's not the end. Because first thing Brother Jimmy says all the time, Satan's going to get after you. You know, he's got the sinners. He ain't worried about them. It's Christians he's trying to get. Because he's the only one that's ever been judged so far on this earth.
Amen.
He's been sentenced to death, and he wants to take everybody with him that he can.
Yep.
And he knows it. And he's slick. He knows this Bible better than all of us put together. So when you come up here and you give your heart to God, you know, if it doesn't change your life, maybe it wasn't really heartfelt.
Amen.
Because, you know, if you love somebody and you know, you turn your life over to them, because we can't do it on our own, you're going to get His Word. You're going to spend time with the people with whether it's in church or out. You want to spend time with God. And you can do that driving down the road, talk to Him just like He's sitting next to you, and He wants to know. You know, steer out. Bobby says that all the time, you know. Talk to God, you know. You'll see Him out at Walmart a whole lot.
Yeah.
Witnessing, you know. We don't always have an opportunity every day, but maybe we don't make an opportunity every day to witness somebody. But, you know, if you're going to do it all the way. Don't just go through the motions and go warm a pew up, you know.
Amen.
So I guess we'll open up an invitation and see if anybody has any feelings about it. If there's anything that somebody wants just come up here and pray. Brother Jimmy says all the time, there's not a better place in this world to pray about something, whether it's pray for a family member or a friend, pray about a decision in your life. Right here is as good as it gets. You can do it anywhere. But right here at this altar is where we're in the presence of God right now. If anybody hasn't made a decision in their life to serve God, or hadn't made a decision to be baptized, or whatever decision, just come up here and Brother Jimmy and I will pray with you. If you don't want to come before the church, we can go in the back room, we can come to your house, we can pray with you about whatever it is, anywhere, anytime. You can be saved out on the creek bank. It's not necessarily has to be in the church, but you probably know better place in this church. So if everyone would bow your heads, close